this is Larry London. I welcome you to Border Crossings, and joining us today from the comforts of his home in Virginia, we have Justin Trawick with us, and he is joined by his main love interest in the world, Lauren, and they are part of the Justin and Lauren show, and they're part of the Border Crossings show. So they join us today here on the Voice of America. Justin and Lauren, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. Once again, I'm Justin. This is my main love interest, Lauren LeMunyan.
Wow.
That's her. That's her. That's it. Now, first of all, I got to ask, where did the idea to work together as a team come from?
The coronavirus hit on March, and before that, Lauren just would every once in a while with my band in a live setting, be at the 930 Club or Pearl Street Warehouse or World Cafe Live in Philly. She would come on stage for like one or two songs to rap. Lauren you grew up in New Jersey,
yep.
And for some particular reason, she's just a vault when it comes to rap lyrics from the mid-'80s to the late '90s. And
early 2000s.
So, like I said, she would come in for maybe one or two songs every second or third show, not even every show. But when all this started, and suddenly Lauren was the last person in the world that I was allowed to high five, I was like, well, I can't see my band anymore. How do you feel about you and me doing a little show together? And
you asked me how I felt?
Well, no, I guess I didn't. I was like, we do this now. This is a thing we do now.
I was voluntold.
So this is something good that came out of this whole COVID thing.
Yeah, we got live streaming really, really quickly. On March the 12th, Larry, was the first show of mine that was canceled, and I actually canceled it myself. March the 12th was still just like a couple days before everything really started shutting down. And I run a thing in the DC area called the 9 Songwriter series, and the 9, as you might be able to imagine, is a lot of artists in one night. It's 9 singer-songwriters, and we're all sharing mics and sharing equipment and guitars and stuff, and it just seemed at the time like not a particularly good idea from all the information that we knew at the moment. And so I canceled that show myself, and Lauren and I I think it was around noon that day, and we were like, well, what do we do now? What do I do now? This is all I've ever done since I was 13 years old. I'm 38, and we decided, just at the spur of the moment, about noon that day, that evening we would do a Facebook Live thing, of which we had done for fun about 2 years earlier when I was supposed to go to New York and play at Rockwood Music Hall. We had a huge blizzard, couldn't go. Lauren and I decided to do a little Facebook Live thing, and I had remembered at that moment that we had done that before, and it was fun. You remember that?
Yeah, we had a great response.
We've got Justin and Lauren with us, the Justin and Lauren show, which streams virtually worldwide. I think that's one of the great things about what you're doing, is that you're not limited to just one room. You've got millions of rooms you could be in many, many, many different places on the planet. So that's one positive aspect of the virtual scenario. But if you don't mind doing a song, I'd love to hear some music from you guys.
Are you gonna give me a little bit of shaker, Lauren? Oh yeah. Woo! All right. Sit alone on the pavement. I think about all the ways that your day went. Sideways, backwards, upside down. Can't get much worse than it is now. And you don't know how you got here. And you don't know how you leave here. Hats off to the first responders. Sentimental back cause your heart's no longer. You never thought it'd ever get to this, and you never even thought that you'd ever even kiss. You live a life in a dream full of potholes. Tear the car up, but the road's still beautiful. I wanna tell you I really love the way you don't stay mad at me, babe, even though I'm not perfect today. And I remember when we used to say, this is love, this is love, this is love. You're doing so good.
Thanks,
You're doing excellent. Hold on to something and hope it won't break. This is love, this is love, this is love. All right, yeah. Woo! You got a heart like a stone. Try to warm it up, but it always stay cold. Till the day that you met in the rain and the cold went away.
It's like a Tom Cruise movie.
Hell yeah. What are all your fears? What are all the things that'll get us through the years? Let's play a game called Tell Me What You're Thinking. Don't look now.
Neither one of us is blinking.
I called you up today for no good reason to simply say, woo! Now I was thinking of you.
That's nice.
Now I was thinking of you, and I want you all to know that when I wrote this simple song, I was thinking of you. Ooh, I was thinking of you, and I remember when we used to say, this is love, this is love, this is love. Oh man, it sounds so good, it sounds so good. Hold on to something and hope it won't break. This is love, this is love, this is love. All right, we need a little bit of Lambertville, New Jersey. Here we go, Jersey Fresh, hey!
Here I go, here I go, here I go again, girls, what's my weakness? Okay, then chillin', I'm out of my business. And so I looked around and I couldn't believe this. I swear, I said my niece, my witness. My brother had it going on with some kind of wicked. Had to kick it. I'm not shy, so I asked for the digits. Oh no, that don't make me see what I want. So excited to a swift feels it in my hips. So a deep bag to my bag of tricks. So the week, what a deep minute, what a new tricks. I think I'm like a lollipop should be licked. Came to my senses and I chill for a bit. Don't know how you do the voodoo that you do so well. It's a spell hell, makes me wanna shoot.
Shoop-a-doo, 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 ba-doo, ba-doo, shoop-a-doo, shoop-a-doo, shoop. I'm jumping in. Time check, good, we're still here. All I have full go get us in the clear. We live a life in a sea full of icebergs. Speed the motor up,
Run into them head first.
you are who I want to see every single morning waking up next to me. And I think way back on the things that we said about how we never ever let it go to our heads. And I remember when we used to say, this is love, this is love, this is love. I'm really glad I shaved.
Me too.
I look a lot
I'm glad.
better.
Yeah.
Hold on to something and hope it won't break. This is love, this is love, this is love. All right, do that again, come on. I remember when we used to say, this is love, this is love, this is love. Woo! Come on, final stretch. Hold on to something and hope it won't break. This is love, this is love, this is love. Last time at a hard stop. This is love, this is love, this is love. High five.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Now, you have described your style of music, or at least I've read the description of your music as Americana. What does that mean? I mean, for the benefit of an international audience who always hear the name, here's an Americana artist. What exactly is Americana music, at least as far as Justin Trawick is concerned?
To me, I think Americana means an all-encompassing nature of American musical art forms like folk and country and bluegrass. And honestly, it's Americana, but then it's clearly mixed with some more modern influences like hip-hop, stuff like that, what we were just doing just then. The next two songs that we do will be way less hip than the first
They're
one.
more hop.
But I've thought many times, Larry, when I've had to fill out some sort of application or songwriting contest, it's like, what do you call yourself? You know, if I don't think I'm country, I don't think I'm folk, I definitely don't think I'm straight up hip hop. And I think Americana has really been the saving one box check answer for all those things, which is really a little bit of everything.
Can we get another song?
We will. We'll play another song. I actually wanted, Lauren, I'd like to play
All the places?
all the places
All right,
I've been.
I'm gonna take a pause then.
I feel my mind is failing, and I think my skin is growing thin. And I wonder if I'll remember all those places I have been. And I ain't walked tall in ages, and my back just don't bend that way. And my hair was once receding, but now it's all gone away. And I was born in Oklahoma, on a farm outside of town. And I spent my days out wandering in the fields behind our house. and I wondered what was out there beyond the fences of our home. And I left town for the army when I turned 18 years old. And I remember what it felt like as I raced on to the shore, the cool breeze and the salt air, on June 6th, 1944. And I watched my friends get mowed down by the Mausers on the hill. And I don't know how I made it, but I thank God that I did. And I found myself near D.C. So I feel my mind is failing, and I think my skin is growing thin. And I wonder if I'll remember all those places I have been.
We're talking with Justin and Lauren. I wanted to, that you have the new single, Back of the Line. What's the plan for your next album? Is it an EP, a studio album? What's coming up next?
The next album is done. The next album's been finished since March. It was supposed to come out in May. I think like a lot of people, Larry, a lot of people didn't put out their records because they didn't know what to do, or they didn't know if it was going to be received the same way. A lot of people did put out records, and unfortunately it may have not been received the same way, especially if you weren't a marquee name. It might have been a little bit lackluster, and I was afraid of that. For a regional artist that really depends on the live feel of music, and also depends on sales still of physical records. I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity of having an album release show, like at a physical location, like we've done for the last for the last 10 years. I've had every January I've had my annual 29th birthday show, and that has been awesome. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do this January. We'll have to see. Maybe we can do another interview in January, and we'll tell you how we figured out how to do my annual 29th birthday show. This year will be my 11th annual 29th birthday show.
Wow.
But I do have an EP. It's completely done. We actually got together for a socially distant little picnic a couple days ago with two people that we became friends with during our live stream, and they were the first ones to actually hear the little EP that we created, and they loved it. I really can't wait to have it come out. But in the meantime, I wrote this song back in May called Back of the Line, which is about my feeling on the coronavirus and the feeling personally of what it meant to me to be not seeing people and not seeing my own parents. I'm very close to my parents. I talk to them daily. I see them weekly. I didn't see them for 3 months during this time, and that was really tough. I mean, my family is small. It's my parents and me. That's it. And I know that a lot of people around the world probably feel similar. A lot of people have heard this song, and they've said how much that it's meant to them. And so I've been really happy to have this song and be able to play it for people and hopefully help in some way.
Are you going to do that for us now?
Yeah, we'd love to.
All right,
And
great.
this is,
Can't wait to hear the song. Justin Trawick, Back of the Line.
This could be all just a dream, and I could open my eyes and everything would seem back as it was and back as it used to be. I want to tell you the truth, and I've never been more afraid to lose the people I know and the things we used to do. Running backwards, fading fast, back of the line, back of the line, back of the line again. Leaning into wind that's blowing me back of the line. Back of the line, back of the line again. Dreams from an ordinary day never been as vivid as today, and I can remember every single thing. I want to feel the sun, and I want to reach out my arms and simply touch someone, or I just settle for their face. Back of the line again. Running backwards, fading fast. Back of the line, back of the line, back of the line again. Leaning into wind that's blowing me back of the line, back of the line, back of the line again. All right, so here's the deal. Let's do something special.
Okay.
So Lauren and I, when we went into the recording studio and we did this socially distant recording opportunity, came up and we were able to record this. We only recorded like a low-key version. At the time, I didn't think I could do the higher version. I'm not sure why. I didn't really think I could do the higher version, but I think we can now.
I think we can.
And, all right, ready? All right, I'm ready. Oh, running backwards, fading fast, back of the line, back of the line, back of the line again. Leaning into wind that's blowing me back of the line, back of the line, back of the line again. Running backwards, fading fast, back of the line, back of the line, back of the line again. Leaning into wind that's blowing me back of the line, back of the line, back of the line again. I want to tell you the truth, and I have never been more afraid to lose the people I know and the things we used to do.
It's the Justin and Lauren show, and that's the new single, Back to the Line. And so, Back of the Line. So, the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic situation has affected everybody around the world. Professionally, how about personally? I mean, how has it changed your lives? You walking around with masks, or are you afraid to go out, or what's going on in your lives because of the virus now?
Yeah, I mean, on paper, not much of my life changed. I'm an executive coach professionally, so on Zoom is how I operate most of the times, but all of my speaking gigs got canceled. I'm pretty much an introvert, more so now than ever. My concern level got cranked up. I have a really good friend who's an epidemiologist, and I saw her in the beginning of March, and she just said, "This is probably the last time I'm going to see you for a really long time." And I was like, oh crap. I heard her, and I took it very seriously, and I say to people now when they come to our backyard shows, when they come to Come and Get on the Block, is that we want to be able to take care of people's mental health and give them something to look forward to, and be part of the solution. We don't want people to get sick, obviously, but we also don't want people to feel nervous. We don't want people to wonder, are they paying attention to these things? Because we take this stuff very seriously. And we want to make sure that live music is a major component for people's healing and for their sustainability through this time.
I think that one of the things that we discovered, being musicians ourselves, sometimes we take live music for granted, Larry, and the people that came up to us when we were doing these, seeing how much it actually helped them emotionally, how much, these are people that go to concerts all the time, and it's
part of them.
It's part of their being, and to not hear live music for 3, 4, 5, 7 months has been a huge issue for them. When we played our Secret Backyard show a couple days ago, half the crowd had not done anything before seeing us. We needed the interaction with people without having the interaction. We needed that social distance, but in real life, seeing people, and on FaceTime, or FaceTime, Facebook Live and stuff like that, Instagram Live. And this is gonna be here for the long haul, I think, for a while. I mean, especially with music, live music, I don't think we're gonna be one of the last things to come back in a real in-person setting, especially at our level, which is not big. I mean, only in the last 7 months have we had an uptick in our popularity because of what we did online. We went from having 7,000 Facebook followers to having 13,000 in just about 4 months. It took me 10 years to get 7,000. It took me 4 months to get twice that many more. So it's I don't know. It's been wild. I really have grown to love this, and the interaction that we've gotten with her, and we've made so many new friends doing this.
Extended family, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think going along with what you're saying is, you can hear live music, you can hear music, but to have a shared experience with live music is a totally different experience. And I think it's what's needed and what has been lacking since the coronavirus hit.
Now, talking about, the virtual world that we all live in right now, how can people find you on the internet? If they want to go to your website or your social media sites, they want to get your new single, they want to connect with you in some way, maybe check out one of these concerts online, what do they have to do?
The easiest thing is just to go to justintrawick.com, Trawick. We broadcast our Facebook Live shows every Thursday and Sunday. And if anybody that's watching or listening to us right now doesn't have Facebook, we actually figured that out. If you go to our website and go to live stream, you can actually watch our Facebook Live show without having Facebook. Back of the Line is everywhere. You can, wherever you like to download music, stream music, you can find Back of the Line, and I sure hope that you will. And if you're listening or watching and you put Back of the Line on one of your playlists, message me the playlist and I will totally share it. I love seeing people's playlists and especially having that song on it.
Well, thank you both for doing this for us. I really appreciate the chance to hear your music and to get to know you guys better. And for the rest of the world, Justin Trawick and Lauren LeMunyan. See, had to think about it for a second.
Oh, and Lauren, in Lauren's own right, Lauren has been helping people a lot too. What is your website?
SpitfireCoach.com.
Yeah, she has been doing a lot of different types of seminars and stuff like that for people who have really needed to figure out how to work from home.
I'm like the queen of pivoting from a remote situation. How do you make it work with constraints?
The Justin and Lauren Show. Thank you so much for being on the Voice of America.
Thank you, Larry.
My name is Larry London, and you have been listening to and watching Border Crossings. Thanks for tuning in.